Hello everyone, welcome back to Dragon Nest. This is my Cleric character that I've been leveling. After my last character test for the Cleric a few days ago, I decided to give him a shot. And this is one of the dungeons I've done on my warrior already that is significant in terms of boss and storyline, so I thought I would record it. The dungeon is called Sleeper's Temple. This is level 11 or 12. Normal mode. I was going to take this on hard mode because I've been doing hard for most of my dungeons with this character, but I don't think I can handle it, and you're probably going to see why in this video. So I'm going to jump right in. As you can see at the bottom of my screen there, I've acquired many skills in this character. I've got some block skills and some healing skills, as well as 1 through 5 on the left side there are my attack spells. Compared to the warrior, this character is, well, from my perspective, is much more overpowered. I have a lot of healing spells. I've got the shield block spell, and strangely, actually I have more DPS spells than the warrior. So it's a weird situation with this character. These blue orbs, by the way, are switches. I'm using them to open the door up there. And every time you hit a switch, a bunch of mobs spawn. I'm going to go through some of my skills as I play and try not to get beat down. This is normal mode, so it shouldn't be too much of a challenge for me. Like I said, I've been doing other dungeons on hard, and it's been, I don't want to say challenging, it's been quite easy, to be honest. These chicks, these dark elves like to knock me over. There we go. The first two spells you've seen before in my Cleric demo, it's just a shield smack and like a shield lightning bolt. They're both shield hitting AoE abilities. Number 3 is a ground lightning bolt spell. The initial impact does damage to everyone with maybe like a 3 or 4 yard radius of me, and then it shoots out 4 lightning bolts in diagonal directions. It's pretty good in terms of damage, but it's hard to aim because as the mobs move around, maybe it won't hit them, and it has a long cast time, so it's easy to interrupt. But I'm fairly sure it's the highest damaging ability that I have. And my number 4 ability shoots this little orb, which when it hits the first target it reaches, it explodes and does AoE damage and stuns everyone within a 10-yard radius or so. Overall, the abilities are much stronger than the warrior, but the difference is they're harder to use. Most of them are aimed, or like the lightning and the holy orb ability, you have to aim them, you have to precisely calculate where you want to shoot them. And since they have long cast times, they're easy to interrupt, which is bad because there's a lot of mobs with knockback and stun abilities. So it seems to me that when you cast the spells, they like to try to stun you. So this is normal. If you notice, my health is not really moving at all. Game's got a weird difficulty curve. I don't think it really encourages single-player dungeons, which is why I've been doing 2-player, 3-player difficulties, because the game has a weird curve. And I've been getting great enjoyment out of that because it's significantly more challenging, so it's much more interesting to play when the mobs don't die in 3 seconds. In this video, you can see I'm killing these groups in seconds. They just drop instantly, but on the harder difficulties, they stun more, and some of the fights can take 10 minutes or so, and it's much more exciting. As far as gearing goes, I don't know, it's weird. There's an item improvement system where you can pay money to sort of level up your items to make them do more damage. I have some of that already. You can see this says +6 on it, plus 6. All my gear says +6 on it. And the weird thing is it's free, or it's 1 copper up to +6, and you can't lose the item, so it's essentially just a free upgrade. And I don't know if it's a bug or if they're beta testing a new feature, but it kind of makes me much better than I should be. It pretty much doubles my damage on my flail. And in my original video for the Cleric, I said that I didn't like the mace that he was using because it was so narrow. I've since discovered that the warrior and the Cleric, at least, have 3 different weapon types. The Cleric has a wand, a flail, and a mace. And those are the 3 categories. And I've since switched to the flail because of the much wider swing range. Alright, right here you can see these 3 crystals. I'm going to need to break these to continue, but rather than break... Each time I break a crystal, it's going to spawn some mobs on me. And rather than break one at a time, I'm going to break all 3 back to back. I've done this before on my warrior, so I know it's going to happen. And it's going to be a pretty epic battle that ensues. And this is why I did not pick hard mode, because, well, I can't resist. I have to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and smash these. These mobs are going to be spawning while I do this, so I'm going to have to run pretty quickly. To move right through here. There we go. And now we've got some fun. Let me see if I can't take these guys out. Fighting 3 Minotaurs, which can be problematic. You might notice that some of my characters have different names and such. I've had to change realms again, because it turns out I've been playing on a test realm. And I've been reading the message board Dragon Nest source, and it turns out everyone on that message board is playing on a specific realm. A low-populated realm, and so I've switched, and of course I've joined their guild on my warrior, but I haven't had a chance to join on this character. These mobs don't even hurt. I'm not even paying attention. On hard, this would be a lot more challenging. So my latency has gotten a little bit better. I don't know if it was just the test realm or what, but this realm has much better latency. I assume all the servers are hosted in China, obviously, but so I don't know what it is, but it's much more tolerable now. It's been a lot smooth sailing since I re-rolled, apart from having to start my characters over again. So as you can see, I just pretty much slaughtered those guys. My health barely even moved. I do have a shield block and a healing ability that I have yet to use at all in this instance. And I am carrying some potions as well, so it's quite... I don't want to say it's boring, but it's unchallenging, but this is normal. I believe there's 3 or 4 difficulties above this one that the game pretty much challenges you to play. And I wasn't sure what to expect from this difficulty on normal in here. Looking at it now, I probably could have handled it, but for the sake of me recording, I didn't want to be distracted. This should be the boss's chamber. I picked this instance particularly because of the boss at the end, as well as I'm pretty sure there's a cutscene. Yes, here we are at the boss. This is one of the coolest bosses I've faced so far in this game. I think it's because it's like a main storyline boss. Similar to the one in the Catacombs, but larger and more threatening. Now, I expect to be able to kill this guy pretty fast because my character is doing a lot of damage. Ooh, ouch, okay. This game, the one thing I really don't like in terms of gameplay mechanics is the knockback. You might see it on this boss, but it was more common on other, especially on harder difficulties. You get knocked down a lot, and you keep repeatedly getting knocked down. As soon as your character gets up, yeah, see, I just destroyed him. As soon as your character gets up, you get knocked down again, and it's kind of annoying because you can't really control that. I mean, once I get knocked on the ground, if they just keep repeatedly knocking me over again, there's not much I can do about it. So it kind of rages me out. It's very frustrating. Now that boss was much harder on my warrior. I'm not sure why. I fought him on normal as well with my warrior, and it took me maybe 5 to 10 minutes to kill him. I had to constantly dodge his charge abilities and his swings. So I'm not sure what happened here. And maybe because my Cleric has more abilities which interrupt him, so I could keep him CC'd, crowd controlled more during that encounter. But that was ridiculously easy. I'm probably going to have to come back and... Oh, darn, I could have used that. I'm going to have to come back and do this again on hard. On this tune, because that was easy. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this dungeon with this cool little cutscene, if this is the one I think it is. Apparently I'm chasing this dark knight who kidnapped some girl, and we're going to try to go in here and save her. So I'm just going to be quiet and let this play out. And there you go. Pretty epic fight scene. Very anime going on there. I like it. I have no idea what's going on. I'm guessing she failed to save that girl. I've been chasing her down for quite a while through these quests. Alright, there you go. That's Sleeper's Temple on normal difficulty. Hope you guys liked it, and see you around.